All right, so I got some news for you. If you wake up in the morning, your team isn't disrespected every single day, you're probably not a Spurs fan.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
We need to create. Now, I'm not a gatekeeper, okay? I'm not huge on gatekeeping a fan base, but I do think that there should be a few criteria when it comes to being a San Antonio Spurs fan. One of which, you got to take a lot of criticism and a lot of disrespect. So apparently, these guys at The Athletic talked poorly about the San Antonio Spurs. I'll be honest with you, I have not seen any of this. I'm only reading off of what Ty Yeager said here, and I really do trust Ty. I really like Ty, by the way. Ty, Noah, Tom Petrini, all three of those guys are great. There's some others, but I will get to that later. On the Athletics NBA podcast, Point of Contention, writers Jay King and Will Galori had some very disrespectful comments towards the Spurs and the city of San Antonio. The city as a whole, you say? Okay, so we're going to look at this, but before we do, really quick, if you guys want to support the channel, clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description if you want to support or become a patron YouTube member, only $2 per month. Another thing too, 11K? We're at 11K. We're at 11K subscribers. That's absolutely ridiculous, okay? And I know that from the outside looking in, it doesn't seem like it's a lot. It was a lot of work put into this channel, like a lot, okay? And for me to get to 11K, it means a lot to me. So I really do appreciate you guys. And this is a medium that's really hard to do anything on or to be successful in at all. So I just appreciate you guys supporting and talking about the Spurs. It's like a dream, man. Being able to have a community where we can sit down and just talk about anything Spurs related is pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie to you. Obviously, I got my own personal life of things that I do, you know, to make money. This is just like a side thing, but I do appreciate it. It brings a lot of joy in my life. So I just want to say thank you guys for the 11K, and it means the world to me. All right, so let's ruin that celebration with these goons. So three guys. All right, okay. Let's see what they have to say. Let me make sure this is turned up so you guys can hear, but not turned up too much because I don't want it to blast in your ear. All right,
Jay, is there a team that you just did, if you were Wemby, that you would refuse to go to? Let's say a particular team drew number one. Is there a team that you just say, nope, not doing it? I'm Victor Wembanyama, not going.
Oh, so this is before the draft? Okay. Really? Before the lottery?
San Antonio.
Oh, yes. Let's get into it early. Yeah.
I wouldn't be going to San Antonio. No, and I don't think he thinks that way. I think he's excited to go to the Spurs for whatever reason. Maybe he's got some Greg Popovich love. Maybe the Tony Parker connection is driving him to want to go to San Antonio. I believe he was excited when the Spurs won the lottery, but me? No. Sorry. Respect to Greg Popovich, but I'm not doing it. I'm not going to San Antonio. I'm not playing with the guys they got there. Nope. I'm out.
I love it.
Jay,
he loves it. I don't even know what you mean the guys they got there. Well, what do you, I mean, there's been some, you would have rather went to Charlotte. I mean, Charlotte has some controversies for real. I mean, you want to play next to, I won't bring it up, Bridges. I don't know. Would you want to do that? Like, what is he talking about? Who would you have rather went to? I mean, the Houston Rock. I mean, they're not doing anything. Trailblazers. I mean, I guess to play with Dan. I mean, where would you want to go? What is he talking about? Hold on. There's a second part to this, I believe.
Just have one aside. I just want to, say tip a hat and RIP to the days where it was easy for sports writers like me and Jay King to skip the San Antonio trip, because none of us like going to San Antonio. I'm just going to break the news to y'all. We don't like the Riverwalk. We don't like that arena that is in the middle of nowhere. I used to love just seeing San. Oh, I'm not going there. So we can skip that one. Now I gotta go to San Antonio. I gotta find something to do on a Tuesday night when nobody's out in the city, just so I can see Victor Wembanyama. So it was fun while it lasted, Jay. But now we gotta go to San Antonio, I guess, and figure out what the hell to do.
Yeah, I wasn't planning to just toast San Antonio today, but here I am. Stevie Francois.
I don't get it. I'm like, I don't really have anything to respond to. He didn't give me anything. So I'll just say this. When it comes to Wemby going to the San Antonio Spurs, they mentioned a few of them already. It made a lot of sense for him because, number one, he has a connection there already. He's going to be mentored by Tim Duncan, who's the greatest big man of all time. You're going to be with a coach that is, I know he has this reputation, or Pop has a reputation of being a really tough coach, which he is a tough coach, and he used to be way tougher, but he's more lenient nowadays. But even with somebody like Wembanyama, who we would assume would be the new Duncan of town, right? Duncan had a lot of leniency back in the day. Like 2003 was the system. When we talk about what's the Spurs system, it was give it to Duncan and get out the way. That was literally it. So I don't know. It's very weird. The way that they're talking about the Spurs and saying that you wouldn't want to go there if you were Wemby. I just don't know. I think it just comes down to the fact that they don't like the city. And I guess I understand that. I guess they're saying if it was them, they would rather be in like Houston or something. I don't know. I mean, when it comes to Wemby, look, he's been very open in saying he wants to be the best possible player he can be, and he wants to win championships. And when you're talking about what franchise in that lottery had the best or has the best chances of trying to win a championship, in the top 3, top 4, it would be San Antonio, like easily. Not right now, but down the line, because recent history, or we don't have to say recent history. I mean, we have a history. The San Antonio Spurs have had a really good organization. Guys, even when the San Antonio Spurs didn't win their championship before 1999, they were a really good organization. Like, they were always a winning organization. They always had that base of winning. So I don't know, man. It just makes the most sense for him, a player that wants to get better, a player that can get mentored by the greatest power forward of all time, a player that wants to eventually win a championship, to go to a franchise that is the most competent in that. I don't know. Very weird. I think that it just comes down to them not liking San Antonio. Let's see what people in the comments had to say. Did he get a lot of people in the comments? Let's see. It's their opinion. The Rockets have heard a lot of disrespect from the media these past 3 years. They mocked them since the first year, even though there are other teams that have been terrible for more years. To be honest, Spurs only have Sohan, who's an intriguing player. Yeah, I agree with Ty Yeager. Devin Vassell just not exist. Devin Vassell is a really good player. I think the guy probably forgot about Devin Vassell because he's been injured. But let me see what he has to say. Oh, he didn't respond. I like Vassell, but needs to stop getting injured in order to be a little known outside of San Antonio. Good luck. Can I have your attention? What? Okay, that's definitely a bot. This is why I don't subscribe to The Athletic outside of a couple specific writers. Too many pretentious personalities. I have no idea what they were upset about. I don't really get it. Let's see. People keep doing it because San Antonio folks keep amplifying their voices every time they feel disrespect. Both of those dudes are my homies. Okay. Well, you kind of invalidated yourself a little bit, but they have no clue. Most outside of here don't, and it's okay. I prefer it that way, and you should too. I mean, I guess to be fair with me, I mean, even though I'm not in San Antonio, I'm like entrenched in San Antonio culture and the San Antonio Spurs in general. So maybe I would have a better understanding than the casual fan. But I don't know, man. I feel like even as a casual fan, you would see San Antonio as like somewhat of a pedestal. Like, I mean, they're a winning franchise, right? Like, I mean, I'm not a Celtics fan, but I see them as like a certain pedestal. It's like, it's the Celtics, they win championships. That's what they do. Even with the Warriors, like, I'm nowhere near the Warriors. I don't keep up with them like that, but it's like, it's the Warriors. That's what they do. Miami Heat. Yeah, Miami Heat, same thing. They're the Heat. That's what they do. They try to win championships. I don't know. I just feel like it was quite a bit of disrespect, as a little unnecessary, but he didn't elaborate, at least in this clip, on why he wouldn't want to go to San Antonio. And that's the part I don't really understand. They can't understand the fact that Wemby wants to be in. Well, they did say that he wanted to be in San Antonio. Celtics fans are no doubt getting flashbacks to when the Spurs got Duncan over them, and Pelicans fans upset because their generational talent hasn't panned out at all, and they gave him a max deal. Yeah, they are pretty upset. Let's see. You know, another thing that's pretty funny. You know, we can just end it there. This is probably nothing here. Another thing that's pretty funny that I find is if you look in the San Antonio Spurs division, I was absolutely nervous out of my mind the last couple years. I was like, oh my God, we're in the same freaking division as Luka Doncic, Ja Morant, and Zion Williamson. Good God, what are we going to do? And now when I look at the picture, I think we trump all of them. Like in the near future, I think we'll be able to trump all of them, because you look at the Dallas Mavericks, their star is not happy right now. Ja Morant is doing crazy stuff off the court, so he's getting in some trouble there. And then Zion doesn't play. So like I was really nervous, like say like a couple years ago or a year ago or so. But now I'm like, dude, I'm chilling. Like this is awesome. But anyways, I'll give it to you guys later. If you want to support the channel, as always, clanthemerchfan.com, or become a patron, a YouTube member, only $2 per month. I'll give it to you guys later. Till next time, bye.